possible to eliminate poverty in every country. Okay.
The question is, do you think it's possible to eliminate poverty in every country? I'll answer that question with a question. I had a good friend by the name of Kevin Bragg, and in college we would fight tooth and nail. We were best friends. We lived together in the same dorm our entire life. And then our last year we lived in the real world, the greatest campus house ever, the three of us. Me, David Berg, and Kevin Bragg, and Bob Lang would come over, the greatest guy ever, right? But we lived in this, and Kevin Bragg and I, we would fight over two things. Who was the greatest band ever, Journey or Queen? Journey or Queen? Of course, Journey's the greatest band ever. Queen was not the greatest band ever. Didn't even have the greatest lead singer. Steve Perry was clearly the greatest. I don't even know why it was a fight, but he would fight too. Then the other fight we would have, is it possible to have a perfect season in baseball? Could an actual baseball team in the major leagues win every game all the way from the beginning of the season to the end of the year? The World Series. And he said it was possible. And I said, Steve Perry is the greatest singer of the greatest band of all time, Journey. I don't want to be a doubter, but it's highly improbable that you could win all those games, and statistically just impossible. I would use the same narrative for this question here. Is it possible to eliminate poverty in this entire world? And I would say, yes, it's possible. Highly unlikely, it's improbable, and it's not practical. And the reason it's not practical is because people decide for themselves in many, many ways, even in an environment where we have everything like America, whether we want to be a have or a have-not, whether we want to take initiative or not. Some people look at poverty as being a blessing. Some people look at poverty as a place that they're comfortable. I mean, everyone's term of poverty is not the same. The government would tell you anybody making less than $25,000 a year is in poverty or impoverished in America. But in the rest of the world, that's a higher income than over 50% of the people on the planet. So the long story short is, I guess we'd start with your definition, but it's highly improbable. But I also would like to challenge you to think big. Why not try? We could certainly feed the whole world, we know that. Why not try? Why not think big? Why not say, let's eliminate poverty? Let's open our minds to the idea that you could literally win every Major League Baseball game ever created in the World Series. But we all know that Steve Perry and Journey are always going to be the greatest rock band ever. And we'll deal with poverty next.